Hello, I'm Vic Lombardi and welcome once again to News Briefs. With every new edition, we'll bring you a handful of stories from around North America. Let's go. An organization that says it's the best and then proves it can send shockwaves through a job site. And the brothers and sisters of IBEW Local 380 of Norristown, Pennsylvania, they've done just that. Their latest project, a pharmaceutical building for GSK, took less than 1 year from design to production. For the 50 members on the job, their self-adopted Code of Excellence mindset was the motivation to complete this project. Best news is they've made a huge impression on the engineers and contractors. It was this owner's first experience with union workers, and they were blown away with the productivity and teamwork. Great job, guys. We recently featured wind energy on our last edition, and here's more. Finding alternative sources of energy is something that big companies are turning to, which can easily translate into more work for the IBEW. Just last week, one of the largest ski resorts in the world made the commitment to convert its entire operation to wind power. Vail Resorts will purchase 152,000 megawatt hours worth of wind energy. That number will offset 100% of its energy use. Vail will use the green energy to power all of its 5 mountain resorts, numerous lodging properties, retail shops, and its corporate headquarters. With more and more companies turning to wind power, they'll need someone to build the infrastructure. And with any luck, they'll turn to the IBEW to do it. Giving back to the community serves many purposes, but above all, it gives those in need the opportunity of a better life. Habitat for Humanity is an organization that's been doing that for years, and their latest project was no different. It was called Builder Blitz, and they were charged with creating 10 homes in 10 days. So they obviously needed some help. To help get the job done, they looked no further than the craftsmen and women of the IBEW and Local 494 of Milwaukee. The best news was the IBEW volunteered to wire the homes for free. The project started on a Monday. By Thursday, 7 of the 10 homes were done, and the 3 others finished the next day. That means 10 homes were built in only 4 days. That's IBEW productivity and the union of hearts and minds at its best. No other trade works as well together as the IBEW and NECA. In California, they're taking the concept of partnership and kicking it up another level. Our Power's Dominic Giratano has more from San Francisco.
IBEW productivity directly impacts NECA, and NECA's ability to secure contracts affect the IBEW. So from time to time, it's understandable that some things get lost in translation. Being able to speak the same language is important. And that's exactly what the California members of the IBEW and NECA got together to do at their San Francisco LMCC conference. There was a lot of brainstorming about how to get teamwork to be the #1 priority. Patrick Kennedy, Business Development Supervisor of the IBEW and NECA in Sacramento, says some things have to change.
There's a recognition that the old way of doing business didn't work and doesn't work anymore. And it's going to take the cooperation of both labor and management. Even though the two sides don't always agree on how to get from point A to point B, they both want to get to point B. And the two are now working together very well.
He believes these days cooperation hinges on 2 things.
One is by working with NECA IBEW, not only do you have harmony in the labor workforce, but also, frankly, the workers that work for NECA IBEW contractors are better trained, and the quality of the job's better.
Mike Meals, business manager for IBEW Local 617 of San Mateo, California, also believes teamwork centers around 2 issues.
Identify what our relationship needs to be between IBEW and NECA, and then to address and generate work opportunities on a statewide or regional level.
Meals has an interesting but simple way of looking at his relationship with NECA.
My opinion is similar to a marriage, but we're in a business marriage. The two are similar because you have the same objectives and goals. You're working together towards the same goals. You have mutual respect for each other.
That kind of thinking falls in line with Jim Wilson, chapter manager of NECA in Los Angeles.
What's being done in Northern California, we sometimes take what they're doing and brainstorm and do it in Southern California and vice versa. So we all learn from each other. So we have a lot of common needs, a lot of common objectives.
But one of the most fundamental tactics came from business manager Marvin Kropke of IBEW Local 11 of Los Angeles.
We'll have all these opportunities and the ability to brand ourselves through a statewide LMCC and then attack it on a basis across the whole state. It's just very helpful for all the local unions, and I think very helpful for all the NECA chapters and the contractors.
The Los Angeles Local is one of the biggest in the country, with nearly 8,000 members. Kropke said that what they're trying to do in LA depends on just one thing.
I think a number of our members understand that what they're doing today is predictive of what they will be doing tomorrow or what our contractors will have in terms of work tomorrow for the jobs that they will have.
For IBEW Our Power, I'm Dominic Giratano.
Finally, we'd like to extend yet another welcome to the IBEW family. Realizing what it may be like to be represented by the best electricians in the world, the employees of Davey Tree, a line clearance company of Southern California, recently voted in and signed a contract to be represented by the IBEW. Welcome aboard. Okay, if you have a story for us, or if your local is doing something in the community that you think other brothers and sisters would love to hear about, shoot us an email at mailbag@ourpower.com or click Contact Us on the homepage and we'll try our darndest to get your story on the next edition. For Our Power, I'm Vic Lombardi. We'll see you next time on News Briefs.